Hey folks, this is Jay Cuss from R Cuss Gaming. It's been a little while since I've done my last video. Been grinding portals quite a bit the last couple of weeks. Amulets last week and then rings this week. One comment that I've had from one of the viewers is about doing some portal runs and how to build your team. One of the key points here is to try to do the highest run, highest level that you can do, but also the fastest that you can do. So the idea is that you're not using any of your spells. When I was running my tier 8 team, I'd generally be doing level 70, but there are other folks who would be able to get up as high as level 80 even at tier 8. Now again, that was a very specific build, so if you are interested, you can check out our Discord at Regal Rejects. And yeah, so the idea for this is really to try to build up your team using healing, so sustain. And for my team, again, this is tier 11, but the basic gist is to use some resurrect and heal items. So this is the scepter that resurrects. This was a common scepter. It was not anything special, wasn't from any events, but it works really well on this guy. And then if you do have souls, so you have resurrect on one side and heal on the other. And then for my other guy, or gal rather, I guess, I still am running a priest, and this is part of the purchased preset, restore and revive. I've seen a lot of people running the Dark Coolers set, and that works really well for the portal as well, especially with the AoE attack that really just clears out mobs really quick. So yeah, that's kind of the basic gist of how to set up your team. If you are just getting into tier 11 and you're just starting to build up your teams for the higher levels, my general idea is to focus on your tanks first. They're your front line. For me, the Paladin made the biggest difference in my army composition. Once I got the Paladin, it was really smooth sailing after that. I was able to get just a lot of breaking of spells and attacks up front. My Paladin was not my first unit. It was probably my fourth ancient set that I completed, and so it's really important just to get really high health here. And so a lot of that comes from your armor. Armor soul as well can get you quite a bit of health. And then this was my last unit, and I used a stun wand here, but this is my replacement for the angel wand that I had before, and unfortunately it just doesn't fit with the ancient gear that I'm currently using, so I can't get all the bonuses, the 6 out of 6 bonus for Incinerator. It's still just sitting in my stash right now. But it is still a good weapon, and maybe one day I can see if I can get another one, but just at a higher level. So for right now, I have completed all my ancient sets. I'm running a pretty strong team. I took out a couple of 17 million squad power folks today. But one of the big differences I've noticed when really doing all of my runs is to have a really balanced hero, so not investing into things that are going to do very little for you. For example, Kaboom, Corpse Kaboom is not going to do a lot for your core power, or Sunbeam. I leveled up them a little bit when I was tier 9, just because that's where I could invest points into. But once I learned that the things you really want to invest in are the constellations with the passives, such as health or increased armor, you really need to start just focusing on those important skills and think about what you really want to use for your team. So yeah, there are people running, ace up the sleeve, and they max this out, and that does quite a bit of extra damage. That scales up to 20% for your team. So it really kind of depends on your makeup, but quite a few people at the upper levels are using mage-based equipment. So the magic signet ring and the hat here, sorcerer's hat, are pretty much core items that I see at the top levels. Then there's let's see, the belt, champion's belt. Some people are running shackles. I haven't leveled this up in a little while. I am running the hamster. Here we go, right in front of me. And I can actually level it up right now too, but unfortunately I don't have enough of the material to do that right now. But yeah, focus on what you're going to run in your army, what works. Try out a bunch of different things. I know some people are running Ankh still. I don't find it works as much for me in my army, though Ankh is very beneficial in dungeon. It also might make a little bit of a difference because I can almost level this up to level 9. So that might be a significant difference, but really focus on what works in your army composition. That said, I do have some nice stuff to open. I got some good portal rewards, and let's start by actually opening up this item that I just unlocked moments ago. So, not expecting too much out of this. Yeah, basic damage scepter. I'm probably gonna dust that pretty soon. And let's get right into some portal stuff. So this is the reward for placing, I think, top 50. So I don't know my exact placement, but I can look that up in a second here. Ooh, nice. Health gem is always nice. That's not what I wanted to click on. Poleaxe with a lot of dodge, that's a little bit uncommon. And that is a pretty defensively built necklace. Interesting. Armor, magic armor, health, but yeah, that's not a great thing right there. For spell power, you don't really want that. But anyway, I wasn't really expecting too much out of that. Now it's really onto my portal and looking at some of the jewelry that I can get here. So I'm going to get a bunch of rings, and let's see how these rings go. So I'm looking for magic damage, and I'm looking for some magic damage gem sub-slots, if possible. I don't know. I don't want to jinx it. Again, whatever I get is going to be dusted too. I need a lot of orange gems still for ancients and for upgrading my gems. Wow, that's pretty decent. That is really nice. Yeah, wow, 4 magic damage and dodge. Let's see if I can get some more magic stuff. Crit's not going to do too much for me right now, and I'm pretty much out of crit gems anyway for my main characters. Someone also asked me about what's the cost effectiveness of running so high in Portal. There isn't. I did the math this run. I think I've spent probably close to about 15,000 gems just to get this high. So it's not really cost effective, to be quite honest. You're gonna blow through a lot of gems refreshing your food. and that's not really going to help you in the long run if you are trying to play this free to play, or you're trying to be conservative. It's not really going to do too much for you, but by farming so much of the portal, I do get quite a lot of these orange shards that I can then dust and then start upgrading my gems and my throne. Alright, so again, not as exciting results now, but that's again not a bad one. Not for like the other one, there is a crit there, but magic damage, crit dodge, not too bad. So really, at this point in the game, I'm only really looking at things that are five gem slots to keep at least. But it does make things like this in my inventory easy to clear out. Not too bad of a damage gem. There are some good rings I actually have out there. One I just got from the past event on my shadow that is just really killer. Has 4 of these damage gem slots on that special ring, so it also rolled really nice. So I'm gonna maybe do, I don't know, I just really need a lot of shards, so I'm probably just gonna do all of these. I think I have, what, 2 more to do? And this is going to be the last one, and then I can get some of the materials, but I can do that later. So anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what else you want to see. I've recently made some comments on some character builds, so if you're looking at specific builds, like what to put on your characters, what to invest in, what I was really highlighting today is my paladin really made the game completely different for me. It essentially broke the game for me. It made me start winning more often. I can just show you some of the tournaments. I'm doing much better in tournaments now. It used to be just few and far between, but now I'm doing much better. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.